The first thing I noticed about Jax wasn't his broken tail or the quiet way he sat in the shelter. It was his eyes. They weren't filled with fear or anger like I expected. They looked tired, as if he'd spent far too long waiting for something that never came. Every person who walked past his enclosure seemed to confirm the same thought. No one was choosing him today. I couldn't stop wondering how many times he'd watched people leave without giving him a second glance. Only a few months earlier, I had lost the cat who had shared my home for 17 unforgettable years. The silence afterwards was overwhelming. Every routine felt incomplete, and every empty chair reminded me of the friend who was no longer there. I kept telling myself that adopting another cat would feel like replacing a family member, and I wasn't ready for that. But healing doesn't always happen the way we expect. One afternoon, my husband and I decided to visit a shelter. We weren't making promises to bring anyone home. We simply wanted to see if meeting another cat would help us know whether our hearts were ready again. Among all the playful kittens and friendly cats reaching through their cages, Jax stayed quietly in the background. He wasn't trying to impress anyone. In fact, it almost seemed like he'd stopped believing anyone would notice him. The shelter staff explained that he hadn't attracted much interest. Some people believed he wasn't affectionate enough. Others thought he seemed distant. If he continued being overlooked, there was a real possibility he would lose his chance at finding a permanent home. When I reached toward him, Jax accepted the attention without resistance, but there was something missing. He wasn't excited. He wasn't curious. It felt as though disappointment had simply become normal for him. Then, everything changed with one unexpected moment. My husband gently picked Jax up, and almost immediately the cat rested his head against his chest and completely relaxed. Watching that happen felt almost magical. It was as if Jax had finally decided that maybe, just maybe, he could trust someone again. The ride home was surprisingly peaceful. Jax quietly watched the passing scenery before slowly settling into his carrier for the rest of the journey. He didn't seem frightened anymore, just calm. The first few weeks in our house were filled with tiny victories. Every day, Jax explored another room, discovered another favorite spot, and became a little more comfortable. He never rushed anything. He moved at his own pace, and somehow that made every small step feel incredibly meaningful. As time passed, we discovered the cat hiding beneath all that quietness. Jax loved being close to people. If someone sat on the sofa, he was never far away. The moment he climbed into your lap, he'd completely relax, as though cuddling had always been his favorite place to be. The funniest transformation happened to my husband. The man who once insisted he wasn't interested in owning another cat soon developed a morning routine that always included Jax. Before breakfast, before coffee, before anything else, there was always a few quiet minutes spent together. Neither of them ever seemed willing to skip that tradition. Jax still has one little mystery we haven't solved. Every night after spending the evening with us, he quietly walks downstairs and sleeps alone in the living room. We've offered soft beds, warm blankets, and plenty of cozy places upstairs, but he always returns to the same spot. Maybe it reminds him that he finally has the freedom to choose for himself. Looking at him now, it's difficult to believe anyone ever thought he wasn't worth adopting. The quiet cat everyone overlooked became the gentle heart of our home. He never needed to become a different cat to deserve love. He simply needed someone willing to look beyond first impressions. Sometimes the animals waiting the most patiently are the ones with the biggest hearts. Jax taught us that kindness isn't always loud, trust isn't always immediate, and the greatest friendships often begin with nothing more than giving someone a second chance. If Jax's heartwarming journey inspired you, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel for more touching animal stories.